Authentic, fun, relatable, and slightly provocative. Just another hang with your besties. It's CK Mornings and the In Case You Missed It podcast.
We've got an update on something we had on the show last week, and this is some good news. A celebrity has been saved, Matt.
Saved?
That zebra that went running in the Nashville area.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember that family? That family that had a zebra for
Pet
about
zebra.
24 hours?
Yeah.
Who wants a pet zebra? But whatever, they had a pet zebra, but it got away because they didn't know how to care for a pet zebra. And for about a week, it was on the run. But yesterday, it was safely located in a pasture in a subdivision. There was some open area.
Okay.
And crews from the sheriff's department spotted it from the air, and they safely returned it back to the owners, which probably is not where it wanted to go in the first place.
Yeah, no kidding.
But this is the wild thing. So the zebra's name is Ed. What they did was how do you get to a zebra? They picked it up by a helicopter in like a harness.
Oh.
And airlifted it and flew it to an animal like a rescue. There was a trailer there. They looked over the zebra. Everything was good. Just had like a week on the run, and he's back home now. Ed has made a dash across numerous counties in the Tennessee area. Interesting, eh?
Quite a journey picking up with a helicopter,
That's what I was thinking. It's like, I'm a zebra, first of all. What am I doing in Tennessee? Why do I have owners now? And then he ran across the interstate. Remember that he was dodging cars?
Yeah.
Finally gets breath, and then a helicopter comes and scoops him up. That zebra is writing a postcard home to his other African animals. He's like, you will not believe what happens over here.
No kidding.
Like, tell us more. No, you don't even understand. I come here, I now have owners. And now I went for a run across this concrete, and then a helicopter picks it up. It's so funny because the picture of the zebra, he just looks so defeated. Like he's just given up. He's like, what? I don't even know what happened.
It's like, fine.
Yeah, take me away. It's good to hear. It's wild, though, that it took a week.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a long time for a zebra. Nobody to report. To like, see if you see a zebra in the area, call whatever. It's like, nobody saw it for a week?
Yeah, I bet you a lot of people saw it, but just felt like, I'm not calling that in.
It's not in the right state of mind.
Yeah, exactly. Like, did I just see a zebra? Because if I saw a zebra on the way to work this morning, I probably wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I'd keep that to myself. I'm like, no.
It's like when that kangaroo got loose in Chatham-Kent.
That's right.
It was like people were calling that in like, I think I saw a kangaroo. I'm not sure, but...
Would you like to leave your name? Hell no.
No.
I am not giving my name to that story. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be tied back to it. Because on the off chance you didn't see a zebra, I'm like, dude, it was just a horse.
Yeah.
Oh. You don't want to be tied to that.
Yeah.
Good to see that Ed's the Zebra is so safe and sound now. Lilo and Stitch was the #1 movie at the box office again. That ballerina movie that we talked about, the John Wick.
Right.
Not even a spin-off. It kind of went between John Wick 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's right.
It ended up at number 2. Lilo and Stitch did make headlines this weekend, not only for being the #1 movie at the box office, but because of a mom in the UK who took her kids to see Lilo and Stitch. And what she saw, Matt, she saw an adult man by himself having snacks and watching the movie alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
She went on a parents' forum and asked if it was unreasonable to find this odd and asked if she should go to the manager while sitting in the theater herself. And guess what everyone said? They said, yeah, it's unreasonable. Somebody should talk to that man.
Oh, my goodness, you're kidding.
Yeah. How dare he? Yeah. 95% of the moms that responded, which is, that's an echo chamber. When you go to those mom groups, you go to the rant and raves, they're all just going to say what you want to say, and it just echoes, right?
Yeah.
So when she asked, hi, moms, I'm watching Lilo and Stitch with my kiddos today, and there is an adult man here by himself, no one else, eating snacks. He wasn't doing it. Like, I get if he was, inappropriately behaving.
Yeah. Or like even just acting kind of shifty or whatever. Yeah.
No, he was just eating snacks, and that was the problem.
Just wanted to see something on the big screen.
Yeah.
tough out there for a single adult male, I think.
Yeah. Hey, let's be honest. There are some single adult males who've ruined it for others.
Yeah, that's true.
But this guy was just sitting there watching. Couple people commented because there wasn't a lot that was against her. Man watches film alone while eating snacks normal. Someone goes to the cinema with their kids and sits on their phone watching other cinema goers. You're the weird one, lady.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then that guy got jumped on as well.
Well, of course.
How dare you? I'm just out with my kiddos wanting to watch a movie. Huh. The horror. This poor guy just wanted to mow down on some popcorn and have a quiet moment. As far as we know, he didn't do anything inappropriate, but got himself into.
Wow.
I don't know if she ever approached him. We never got the follow up.
Well, probably not.
No, of course not.
He's dangerous.
Yeah. How dare you? See the way he's eating his popcorn?
Nerd alert!
Where I give you the headlines from my medical journals and science journals that I read throughout the weekends, and I thought I'd bring you the latest.
Right.
Just make you as smart as I am. Okay, so last week, right near the end of the week, the big chat was about Elon and Donald, their fight.
Yeah.
And their breakup. But a lot of people are very concerned about the space program. So they're keeping an eye on that. Trump threatened to cancel contracts with Elon's companies. And then Elon threatened to decommission the shuttle SpaceX uses to get astronauts to the space station. That's a bit of a problem. So they're keeping a real close eye on this beef because it could have some big, big implications. That could be a problem. We already had people stuck up at the space station for 18 months. So if he takes that away... Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much access they have up there to that kind of information. Like, do they know that the president's beefing with
or did
Elon?
They cut him off just to be like,
exactly?
No,
nothing. Not knowing.
Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. Some news in the health world. A couple different headlines that were going around in the last few days. New electronic face tattoos might be able to track your mental workload and tell you if you need a break. Now, you're not going to have to get a tattoo like Mike Tyson, okay? Like that. We're not all going to look like that.
Tribal tattoos, yeah.
No, we're not getting that. But it's basically a similar way of doing it, but these tattoos would track your workload and would let you know if you need a break. I would. Do you think our bosses would follow through with that? Or they just...
I think it'd be another one of those losing connection things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I must have missed that report.
Yeah, they're getting the data. They're like, no, didn't see it. There's also smart dental floss now that can detect and track how stressed you are. Dental floss.
Dental floss can track how stressed you are?
Can we just get dental floss just to do it on its own?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't need it to track how stressed I am.
Yeah.
And researchers in Japan have created a video game that improves your eyesight. I like that idea.
Improves your
because
eyesight.
the reason my eyesight's bad is from playing video games for all those years. So
cancels out.
Reverse that. And some other news here. Did any of your buddies would like if you whine about something, they do that little violin thing? Oh, I'm playing the world's tiniest violin.
Yep.
My parents would do that all the time. If I'd come home or I'd say, "Oh, I don't want that for supper," and they just start doing that little, and you'd be like, "What's that?" The world's tiniest violin. Well, if someone does that to you, you can tell them they're dumb, and that's not even possible. Physicists in England have used nanotechnology to create the world's tiniest violin. It's 13 microns wide, which is way thinner than a human hair. So, no, you can't play it. They say the techniques they use could help with all sorts of stuff, from improving efficiency in computers to finding new ways to harvest energy.
And they had to make a violin for that?
Yeah.
Of all the things to make.
Little music, little tiny violins. But yeah, somebody says that to you next time, you drop that nerd news on them right there. Monday morning, Pet of the Week with CK Animal Rescue. Joelle is on the line this morning. We're talking about Bella, who is pretty new to the foster program, and she's had a little bit of a rough start. Can you tell us about Bella, Joelle?
So Bella is 3 years old, but even though she's 3, she really missed out on being able to be a puppy. Mm-hmm. So now she's kind of going back and reliving her puppy years. So she's learning how to play, how to interact with different people and different dogs, the boundaries and routines. And she's doing really well. She's an active dog, so she needs somebody who either has another dog for her to play with or is around to take her for lots of walks and keep her busy.
And now what kind of home is she looking for Bella?
She is looking for either a really busy person or a dog or two to play with because she really needs to be kept busy. She loves to walk. She loves to sniff. And she seems to get along with both dogs and cats.
And probably best to have a yard, too, right? So she can get outside.
Yeah, unless you're into walking 8 times a day, a yard would be wonderful. And she's barking quite a bit because she is learning to be a puppy, and she's getting excited about things, so she probably wouldn't do well in an apartment either.
I like this line here about Bella. Bella is not a cuddler, although she does like her butt scratched.
I knew you'd like that one.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? That sounds like right up my alley. It sounds like a great day. So, but Bella is looking for a home, like you said here. She kind of missed out on her puppyhood, so she needs someone who's going to be active. And where do we find out more about Bella to see maybe Bella's the one for our home?
You can contact our office at 519-354-5000 or go to www.ckanimalrescue.com or check us out on Facebook.
And that's a great way to get a hold of you too for the summer cash raffle, right?
Absolutely. The best way to get cash raffle tickets is to look us up on Facebook because you can donate directly to the office and they'll make sure you get your ticket. And
that draw is coming up late in August. Saturday, August 30th is the date of that. Find our website too and check out more about Bella at 943CKSY.com. CAA has released its 2025 list of the worst roads in Ontario, and they do this every single year. And for the second straight year, Aberdeen Ave in Hamilton is the winner as the worst road in Ontario. It's considered the worst mainly due to its damaging potholes and poor maintenance. When I lived in Hamilton, there was quite a few roads that had some rough goes. But actually, there's two roads in the top 3 from Hamilton. Barton Street East is number 2, and then County Road 49 in Prince Edward County. Have you ever been to Prince Edward County?
No, I don't think I have.
Up near like the Belleville area?
Right.
I don't know that one. But I know Barton and I know Aberdeen.
Barton's on there consistently, isn't it? Have
like
they not
year.
solved that one yet?
No. You think after getting on there, like the city would be like, ugh. Like if they said, like our street, a little side street here, Warwick Drive, worst road in all of Ontario, you think they would go, okay, we don't like that kind of attention. We'll get rid of that. Locally, so that's all of Ontario. So now locally they break it down further by region. And I'll tell you, we don't have any in the top 5. It's good news.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Banwell in Windsor. Banwell is right where the battery plant is now, too. So they're doing some work there. That is my little scoot up to Spitfire games.
Okay, yep.
Get off the 401, and then I cut to Banwell, and I go straight north, all the way until I get to whatever the road is there that the arena's on. And I'll tell you, it's not good. Especially, because there's traffic on it now. Right. They've done some work on it, but right in the area of this battery plant, it's a mess. And if you don't, like, if I leave at the wrong time, I'm not getting across. Like, you can't get across the easy road. Like, it's backed up. You're waiting 20 minutes in traffic. And it's just not ready for that amount of traffic yet. They are working on it, but it's the worst in our region. Blackwell Side Road in Sarnia, number 2. Michigan Ave in Sarnia. Not sure if I know that one. Riverside Drive in Windsor. Yeah, it's got some spotty areas. And Vital Street South in Sarnia. In the top 5 in our region anyway. I guess we're lucky. We didn't make the top 5, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't in a while, I don't think.
Yeah.
One of the last times we had a road that I remember that was on there was the 401.
Oh, that's right.
They had the 401 on there for a while, too, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, doesn't mean there's no bad streets around here. I think part of it's a bit of a bias just based on population.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so we'll just fly under the radar on that one. The thing that bothers me is whenever I see this, I always think about whenever there's something comes up with the municipality, like spending money.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. Someone always goes, what about the roads? And I'm like, it's the least sexy thing to spend it on. And obviously we will have to repair roads at some time. But, like, what do you want? Your roads to be paved with gold? Like, it's just the way it's going to be. Roads are going to fall apart. They're going to,
I'm not sure I've ever really been to a place where I've been like, outstanding roads here. I can't wait to move in.
Hey, did you visit Sudbury this summer? Sure did. Whoa, the roads.
Let me tell you about those roads.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. Like, I don't... And that's the first person that then posts about the road work being done. Oh, you got to have construction backing us up all day and night. And I'm like, but you want the road. I hate that argument. I hate hearing that. Yes, I get it. Yes, my road needs to be redone. But I'll also be the first one to complain when they tear my road apart.
Exactly.
And then I can't park on my street for a whole summer.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hey, we're not on this list. I guess that's the one benefit we have. And you know what? I'm seeing texts come in. Yeah, but what about not naming local streets? So here's Marvin says, have you been down Cecile? That's a horrible road. Yes, I have. There's a lot of bad ones. And I really haven't seen the construction kick up yet. Have you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen pretty quickly. Here come more texts. Yes, we know there's a lot of bad roads. What about the roads? My tax dollars. I want 100% of my tax dollars going on a new road. I don't want to hear it. I read this on Saturday morning. It was a good laugh. It was an article about funny town names in the United States. Funniest town name, by this vote they did. Funniest town name was in Washington. Big Bottom, Washington. Big Bottom, Washington.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Here's your top 5. Sleepy Eye, Minnesota was number 2. Dummer, New Hampshire at 3. Hohokus, New Jersey. And Kissimmee in Florida.
Really?
Which I think we're kind of used to that one by now. But those are the top 5 funniest town names in the U.S. Couple other. They listed the top 75. I picked some out. Number 8 was Slapneck, Michigan.
Nice.
Chugwater, Wyoming. Bald Head, Maine is on the list. Jackpot, Nevada. There was Ding Dong, Texas. Unalaska, Alaska. Alabama's got a town called Smut Eye.
Oh.
Idaho's got a town called Slick Poo. Where are you from? Slick Poo.
Slick Poo.
Yeah. And New Jersey has a town called Buttsville. Old Buttsville. Hippo, Kentucky. Cookie Town, Oklahoma. There's a ton of these. Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. Some funny town names. What's the funny town name? It's too easy for Chatham-Kent. Like Ontario, you got a funny town name? I always think Wawa gets me. Oh,
yeah, Wawa? Yeah, for sure.
Well, Balls Falls. That's a good one. Unga, I love Unga still.
Unga was on my list for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Unga.
There's Dorking, Ontario. There's some good ones. What do you got for us for funny town names in Ontario? 519-354-8684. There's a lot of good ones. Balls Falls, Punky Doodles Corners is one. Punky Doodles Corners.
Punky Doodles.
Crotch Lake.
I saw Crotch Lake on there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Never been there. There's a little town called Swastika, Ontario. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Just outside of Aurora, there's a town called Snowball. Thanks for that suggestion. Squirrel Depot. These little towns in the middle of nowhere, right?
I saw somebody put it on this list here, Merlin, actually.
Oh, Merlin?
Because a lot of people, before I moved here, I would have called it Merlin.
Yeah.
And if you think of it, a town named after a wizard from, King Arthur, that's kind of silly.
What about Sparta, just outside of St. Thomas?
Yeah, nice.
Sparta's a good one. 519-354-8684. What kind of funny town names in Ontario have you come across? And then you open it up to Canada-wide, too. Found the story online over the weekend about some strange, funny names across the U.S. Some funny stuff on there. You said Big Bottom, Washington was number 1. Big Bottom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wouldn't mind living in Big Bottom.
Yeah.
Buttsville, New Jersey. There's a Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. Interesting one. Anaconda, Montana. What Cheer, Iowa. Yeah, some funny ones. So we asked some in Ontario. 519-354-8684. We got some locally. Catherine says, if you read it exactly as it's written, Payne Court.
Yeah, it's true. Someone who doesn't know it's Pancor, yeah, it's true.
So I'm sure this makes lists everywhere else. So like Payne Court, what the hell's going on there? Beaver Meadow by the Don gas plants. Beaver Meadow, I didn't know about that one. Wabash, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Wabash.
a funny sounding one.
519-354-8684. Matt Coatsworth says the best town name is Coatsworth. All right, Mr. Coatsworth. In Saskatchewan, they have an eyebrow and an elbow, Renee says. George says Unga. Yes, I think we all agree. I think Unga wins the local title. Right?
Unga's good.
That's a good one. Although Kim says Morpeth. That's just a funny name to say, Morpeth. Kamalaki. That's a good one. Thanks, Doug. Amanda says Fingal. Here's another one. Manitoba. This one, I don't even know how to say this one. I'm not even going to try it. But Sheldon, thanks for the suggestion.
There's one. There's a lake up by where you go canoeing, and it's called Go Home Lake.
Go Home Lake?
Yeah. It's like, go home.
Here's used to live in Tupperville. That's a good one. Thanks, Bailey. And then from. Have you seen this one?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Yeah.
Where Google Map this quick here. I'm. Oh, it's in Huron County. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a lot up that. Huron. Yeah. From. I didn't. No, that's just south of London. If you go up like Grey Bruce area, there's a lot of funny ones. There's a Lion's Head. We know Lion's Head. Tobermory is always fun to say. Tiverton. Some funny ones. Funny town names across the U.S. kind of spawned us into these Ontario names. You could literally just pull up a map and then zoom in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to zip around here. Let me see. All right. Oh, I'm in the Bay. Where am I at here? Oh, Perry Sound area. Oh, Perry Sound's a funny one. Dunchurch, Orville, MacTier. I love MacTier. What do you got for us? 519-354-8684. Literally every little area's got their funniest little names here. Got a lot of suggestions this morning. You can text the show anytime at 519-354-8684. Sky says there was Michigan. Oh, yeah, Kalamazoo. That's a good one. Kalamazoo. There's also a Hell, Michigan, too. Horning Mills, Ontario. Hello. And then there's that one in Newfoundland, eh? You know the one that Jimmy Kimmel made famous? Yeah.
Yes.
You can Google that. You'll find it. Good to see you made it home alive, Matt, because I was a little worried about you. You went to Stratford on the weekend.
Yeah.
And you stayed at a budget motel.
Sure did.
I remember we looked it up on Friday.
Yep.
What did that play out like? How was it?
Yeah. So we saved a lot of money, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is the first thing I looked at, obviously. And so we went there. We pull up to this place, the Travelers Motel in Stratford, and it's like the cheapest place you can get.
Yep.
So looking at probably like, $120 a night or something like that. Compared to downtown, if you're staying at even an Airbnb or something, looking at like $250, $300. So I was like, whoa, I could save a lot of money. So we pull up, and my wife's like, where is it? I was like, it's right here. And as we start pulling in, she's like, oh, so it is this kind of a motel. And I'm like, well, it looks pretty good from the pictures. It'll be okay. Let's go. She's like, it got good reviews. And she was very skeptical.
Yep.
We see a couple guys, or one guy sitting out on the, on the front, just in some like
Crushing
plastic
bush
chair.
lattes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then across the way, there's somebody that just has like all of it looks like household belongings, just like sitting. It's like they're moving in or moving out. And we're like, what is going on here? Anyways, go in there. Nice guy. Who got us our room, and so we got the room, and we're walking around still the parking lot. Impression was not great. It was like, every time we walked up to the door or out of our room, my wife's like, you locked the door? You locked the keys? You locked the car? I'm like, I locked the car. Relax.
Yes, we're good.
So anyways, we get in the room. The room itself was actually pretty nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was nicely. It must have been updated in the last few years because it looked, the inside of the room, take that for apart from everything else on the outside was very nice.
Yep.
It was fine. Everything was fine inside.
Good.
And so we stayed there. We realistically we weren't in the room the whole lot anyways because we went out for supper.
Yep.
Went to see a show. Get back. We slept in the room. Woke up. Got up for breakfast right away in the morning. So it was basically just wanted a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And for that it was perfect.
Oh, good.
And then we ended up saving money. So I figured between going out for breakfast, going out for supper, and the hotel, we probably spent about as much as we would have for just getting a place to stay downtown.
Yeah, that's
so
all right.
Like, bang all that off, and it was perfect. Yeah, it's good.
So did you pay by the night or by the hour?
Hello.
Janet is on the line. She did call now, and she's call number 8. Good morning, Janet. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on in your world this morning, Janet?
Oh, nothing. I'm retired. So.
Oh. This is the life, Matt. Janet's got it all figured out. She's going to play a game with us this morning. We're going to put Matt to the test, and you as well, Janet. It's called the Canadian Tire Flyer, higher or lower, where I have taken some items from the most recent Canadian Tire Flyer, which I know. I didn't even have to look, Matt. I just guessed because I know.
Yeah, I bet.
See, it's all right there on the top of my head. I'm going to ask Matt. I'm going to give him a product. I'm going to ask him for a price. You have to tell me, is the actual price, Janet, higher or lower, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Wish me good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Janet. All right, Matt, you need luck too, okay? Here we go. The first one is a 12-foot Jump Tech outdoor round trampoline with the safety enclosure as well. It's great for getting your jump on. A 12-foot Jump Tech outdoor round trampoline with safety enclosure. What's the price on that, Matt?
A brand new trampoline.
Yeah.
I think those go for like $699.99.
$699.99. Janet, is the actual price of the Jump Tech round trampoline higher or lower than that?
I'm going to say higher.
You would both be very incorrect on this one. Very incorrect. It's on right now at $289.99.
Wow.
Janet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're wasting your days as a retiree, not jumping on one of these at that kind of price.
Two of those.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's try another one, okay? We didn't get a right answer there. How about the Woods Portable Folding Director's Camping Chair with side table, cup holder, and organizer pocket? Perfect for outdoor enthusiasts who want comfort, convenience, and durability all in one package. The Woods Portable Folding Director's Camping Chair, Matt. Give us a price on that.
Camping chairs. They're not as cheap as they used to be.
No, and I'll let you know it's on sale right now.
Okay, on sale still. Yeah. I'll say that it's on sale for $64.99.
$64.99. Janet, is that camping chair higher or lower?
I'm going to say lower.
Lower would be correct. On right now.
All right.
There you go. $49.99 is the price on that. All right, here's one. A 20-inch Troy-built 49cc gas chainsaw, full crank, 2-cycle engine. Comes with a carrying case, engine oil, and a 2-year limited warranty. The 20-inch Troy-built 49cc gas chainsaw. When was the last time you used a chainsaw, Janet?
I have never. That would be very dangerous for me to do that.
Matt, give us a price on the chainsaw, would you?
I'll say $159.99.
$159.99. Janet, let's see, is the actual retail price of the chainsaw higher or lower than $159.99?
I'm going to say higher.
You would be correct. $249.99. There you go. Okay, 2 in a row. Let's see if we get this last one, okay? I got one more here.
Okay.
An Apple Red 18-ounce 200 package of plastic reusable cups for Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, and birthday parties. You know them as the Red Solo Cup. Ideal for serving cold beverages at Christmas, Thanksgiving, any party, really. We got a 200 pack.
200 pack?
200 pack.
That's a lot of partying going on there.
Janet, when was the last time you were partying?
Probably quite a few years ago.
No flip cup for you?
No flip cup for Janet. All right, give us a price on the 200 pack, Maddie, of Red Solo Cups.
I'll say $34.99.
$34.99.
Yeah.
Janet, for all the marbles, how much is that? Is it actual price higher or lower?
I would say lower.
Lower would be right. Of course it is. There's Janet. I want to take Janet out for a night of Red Solo Cups and chainsaws. And then
boy.
We finish it off on the trampoline. Janet, what do you say?
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah.
We'll invite Matt, too. Hey, you got tickets, Janet. You're off to go see Hosier and Marianas Trench at Rock the Park in London in less than a month. Good job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Subscribe to the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast and never miss an episode. Plus, drop us a rating and a comment too. Listen live weekday mornings at 94.3 CKSY.com.